Hey, and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Roast.
And I'm Jessica Bun Bun.
Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 27 live feed spoilers. Today is lucky day number 13 in the
Mm-hmm.
Big Brother house.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Sunday to everyone out there. Hope you're enjoying the weekend.
Yeah, the weather's nice. I hope everyone is able to stay cool out there. If you're in one of the spots out there that is really hot right now.
Well, we hope that this Big Brother house gets very, very hot today with chaos because
Mm-hmm.
there is potential aplenty. We have reached the point in the game where gameplay wise, there's potential for things to really go haywire this week. But
Mm-hmm.
beyond just that, everyone has lived with each other long enough. And I think we've all been here in situations where we've had house guests and we've had new roommates where after a week or two, like the honeymoon period is over and you just start hating every single thing that they do.
Yeah, and it's time for them to go home, but we're in the Big Brother house and you guys got 3 months of this, so nobody's really going anywhere, at least not until Thursday.
No, and so I think this is going to be a really fun next few days. We have a lot to discuss in the aftermath of the power of veto,
Mm-hmm.
heading into the veto ceremony. But of course, before we get into any of this, be sure to hit that subscribe button because, not only does that help you to make sure you don't miss any of our daily Big Brother 27 coverage
Mm-hmm.
here at the channel,
Yep.
but we are also getting closer and closer to 74,000. We are so grateful every single time we hit one of these milestones. It's still really surreal for us. I mean, we have been doing this channel for years and years, and we just appreciate so much everyone's support.
We really do. I mean, we've also been covering Big Brother live feeds here for years and years. And to hit that milestone of 74,000 subscribers would really mean a lot to us. So hit that subscribe button. Also, you can have more Big Brother discussions with us over on our Patreon. I'll leave a link for you below.
Thank you guys. We very, very much appreciate that. All right, so as we lead into the power of veto yesterday, there was a lot of confusion, at least until a few hours before the competition, as to what Keanu's power
Yep.
ultimately was. So Ava's drawn to compete in the veto alongside
Mhm.
the nominees and, of course, head of household
Yep.
Jimmy. But then we learn that the sixth competitor is a mystery former house guest. And of course, this got all of BB Twitter's fingers like all over the keyboards trying to figure
Mhm.
this out.
So leave it in the comments for us. Who did you think it was that was going to be playing in this competition? Who was going to be this mystery house guest that was going to come in to play for veto?
Okay, I have Messy Matt and Realistic Matt was thinking
Right.
a lot about this. So Messy Matt, as I even posted on social media at one point, there was just this part of me that was just think it would have been so unbelievably funny where it's like, welcome back Kathy from Big Brother 12, here to get stuck in the mud. Again, watch them put in somebody who was just like so unbelievably bad at competitions that Keanu just hated production on the other side of it now.
Yeah, I didn't think that it was Kathy, but I when you said that and you posted that on Twitter, I was just like, oh my God, it's such a deep pull. It's so obscure at this point. Does anybody even remember Kathy at this point? But I felt like they were definitely going to give him somebody that had a very, very high chance of winning.
Yeah, like it was hard to come up with a realistic prediction, honestly, because
Yeah.
the only two things I was kind of actively thinking of was like, okay, they're probably going to get somebody from like California or the West Coast so that
Right.
they don't have to fly somebody from the other side of the country,
Right.
as like a lot of people online and in the house. We're thinking Tucker, but I was like, I think Tucker's in Brooklyn. That seems like it's kind of expensive for production that doesn't
Mhm.
even stock the fridge properly every couple of days. I also, tinfoil hat here,
Mhm.
I didn't think they wanted to get somebody who was too publicly close to Rachel because then if it looked like that person didn't try hard enough, then we would have nerd rage online.
Absolutely. I mean, it had to be fair. You can't have somebody come in and then other house guests or whoever sort of give them the wink nod to throw it. Like, it's not fair. If this is going to be a power that Keanu's actually able to depend on, he has to be able to depend on it. They weren't going to send in somebody who is going to flop in this challenge or someone that could be manipulated because I'm sure production was like, you have to go in there and play your hardest for it. This is a power.
And with that in mind, Casey,
Welcome, Casey.
winner of Big Brother 20, comes into the game,
Yeah.
and Casey wins the power of veto, which is the most hilarious idea. Because for all of you out there who remember Big Brother 20, it felt like close to the end of that season, Casey was winning every single power of veto. And so now she has a veto win from a season she's not even on.
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't get a lot better than this. This was a good choice for production to bring in. Keanu's very lucky that she came in and did this. I mean, it's good for him, and for me, it's good messy TV. I wanted Keanu to be able to stay.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, we're not gonna sit here and be like Keanu is Dr. Will Kirby reincarnated. I mean, he's not a great player, but at the same time, I just think it's good to have opposition forces in the game, and I think it's good to have somebody who is going to cause chaos, even if they're not even good at causing chaos. Just the idea of itself is important, and I kind of just feel bad for him to a certain extent that, yeah, he's made mistakes, but he also just feels kind of isolated.
Yeah, I've made the comparison to Love Island to that Keanu is the Huda of this season, where messy, not great gameplay, but also can't do anything right no matter what. On Love Island it was, oh, you're playing the competition too hard, you're not playing it enough, oh, you're too closed off with this person, oh, now you're playing too many people. And the same thing feels like it's happening over here, that no matter what advice or what people are nitpicking Keanu about, that it doesn't matter if then he makes a shift to something else, because then they'll be mad at that anyways. He just can't win.
Yeah, and that's the crummy thing. Whether, we're talking about Love Island, Big Brother, any of these other reality shows where people are stuck with each other for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Once everybody decides that this person is the bad person, this person we don't want to be here anymore, they all just sort of gang up on that person.
Yep.
And, this season, thankfully, we haven't gotten to like Love Island or Big Brother 19 levels where it's just like really, but it's like, those seeds are there. And it's just one of these situations where I would like to see Keanu use these next few days to try to get out of this situation. I don't know if he's capable of it strategically, but I want to see him learn something.
Yeah, I don't think he's not a bad person here. It's just
No.
he is being himself, and I think it's just, personalities don't always vibe with each other.
Yeah, so this veto competition, it apparently included something related to holding down buttons, which that just makes me think, like, can we have the pressure cooker again, please? And thank you. That would be very nice. Can you
Yep.
imagine? Okay, we'll talk more about Ashley and Jimmy as this video goes along.
Yes, we will.
But the idea of a competition where these people have to be stuck with Ashley and Jimmy for a prolonged period of time if they want to win, I would love that very much. Now, apparently, our guy, Adrian, was second in this competition. He
Yeah.
did so well, but you lost to someone who's not even on this season, Adrian. I'm sorry.
I know. I just feel so tremendously bad for him, because we're going to get more into it, but it just feels like even though he was not initially the target, there's a lot of people that are circling around him
know.
at this point. And I hate to say it, but if he goes, nobody's going to really be that upset about it. But at the same time, he really hasn't done anything that merits him going out the door. He's not really annoying anybody.
No.
He's not a problem. He's a nice enough guy. He's trying his best. He came in second.
Yeah.
He's not here to throw competitions or just not try or not care. We're looking at you, Riley. He cares about this game, and
Yeah.
he does want to try to do well.
Yeah. And you know who would be upset about this? Us. Look
Right.
at us. These are two people you do not want a face of grave disapproval from. Look at that. We will be very disapproving
Right.
if you guys get rid of Adrian. Okay, so Kelly. So there is scuttlebutt amongst the house that Kelly threw this competition, which, of course, Ashley just had to confront her about, because Ashley is the living reminder that some people cannot have intrusive thoughts and just have to share all of them all the time.
And Kelly has said already that she is like, oh, I don't want to win an HOH or whatever. So, like, is it that far out of the realm of possibility that that is absolutely what happened? Of course not. Of course she would throw something, and she does have this secret extra power. Instead of holding on to that, we're just going to throw this and grab that. I don't understand her gameplay. It makes no sense.
No, it really, really doesn't. It's like she wants to be Tucker so bad, but Tucker at least had a modicum of a rationale. It's probably a good thing for Kelly's sake that Tucker did not enter the house yesterday, because I think she probably would have had a heart attack.
Oh my gosh, just would have ascended into heaven.
Yeah, and it's like the whole game would have been over for her at that. But like Ashley has already come back and apologized to Kelly for saying directly that she threw the competition, but she was also just like, everyone's saying it, so that's just kind of like, I'm sorry, but I'm really not. It's not my fault. It's everyone else's fault.
Yes.
Kelly, okay, here's the thing. She does have this power, which we told you guys about before. We have a few more details about it now.
Yeah.
She can compete solo for a competition where she can win her own power of veto. She has to activate this at the end of the veto ceremony. And she's already told Jimmy and Vince, it's like, okay, I'm going to play this. So that's something that for sure we have to look forward to, which also probably means when the feeds are down tomorrow for the veto ceremony, you can get some chores done. They're probably going to be down for a while.
We wish we had 2 of these jokers that we'd be able to use. And why? Because it's going to be super messy for Jimmy, who's going to have to nominate like 5 people.
That's another deep pull I did not expect coming out of this video today. 2 of these jokers. Now, Jimmy, it's not very often in Big Brother we see somebody have to nominate 5 people on an HOH week. Like, it's happened before, but it's really, really rare. And you know who's salty about it? Of course, it's Jimmy, okay.
I would be too if I was Jimmy. Just putting that out there. That's not great. That's a lot of blood to have on your hands.
It's true. Now, okay, let's get a little bit into the time machine a little bit to a few days ago.
Beep, bop, 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 boop. Okay.
All right. Remember when we said that Jimmy would develop a case of HOH-itis and it would be glorious?
That was the hope.
We are seeing, we're not doctors, but we're kind of Big Brother doctors. And, there are some symptoms here of mild to severe HOH-itis that is coming up with Jimmy. He's just getting extremely obnoxious and getting catty about things like Ava's ability in the competitions, whether or not Rachel's age is going to make it that she's not a comp beast anymore.
So irritating.
Yeah, like he thinks that he's just, he can be obnoxious because it's funny. It's all shade. It's all jokes. And, we've all known people like that. And it's like this personality type. It's always kind of funny until it's not. Until you say something that like legitimately offends people. And I don't think Jimmy is as funny as Jimmy thinks that he is.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole age thing, there's a few people that are over 40. We've got, Team 50 also going on. Not everything Jimmy is going to be physical. There will be some quizzes, and everybody is going to be able to participate in that equally.
Yes, and so people are getting annoyed about Jimmy's ongoing commentary. There's also people getting annoyed about Jimmy telling people who to vote for. I mean, even this morning, we saw a conversation with Morgan and Mickey where they were kind of upset that Jimmy sort of was putting Lauren and Catherine above them in terms of being able to do well in competitions and discounting them.
Yeah, but stop talking about how well people will do in competitions because, like I just said, there's across the board a lot of different things. Not everything is physical. Some things are, you could be running, you could be holding on to something, holding on to the wall, you could be doing a quiz. You don't know what it's going to be. There could be brand new types of competitions that are coming in. Some are just going to be balancing, some are going to be putting together puzzles. Like, just stop it. It's not an across the board, this person's just going to be bad at everything, unless you're talking about me, which is why I would never be on this show. Do I look like an athlete to you? I am a non-athlete.
Okay. Listen, non-athlete, you're good at puzzles.
Yeah, I'm really good at puzzles. So if I was on the show, I would kill those puzzles. I'm pretty good, even though I have old lady brain a lot of the time, I'm pretty good still at remembering things.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like I would have a lot of fun during BB Comics. I have a pretty good memory, but the problem in BB Comics is they make you look at those things as a blind person. I
would absolutely suck at that because anything where I have to be in some sort of danger, I mean, that's just like crazy people things. I'm not, and I don't want to zip line on anything. I don't want to be swinging around the air. I'm not jumping out of a plane. I'm 50 years old. I'm not interested in anything that could result in injury.
Okay, here's I think a comparison we can start to make here, where I don't think Jimmy is as controlling as our glorious King Heisem, who won HOH and then proceeded to basically try to lay out the entire course of the season. But there's a little bit of that in him, where we have like Morgan and Mickey are already talking about. I don't know necessarily they would put up Jimmy directly, but it feels like they're more than fine if Jimmy goes sooner rather than later. Like, he is a messy player who does a lot and wants airtime, and those are always going to be issues for some other people in the game, right?
Yeah, here's the thing with HOHs. I mean, most of the time the house does try to do what the HOH wants. It makes it nice and easy for everybody. Nobody ends up with blood on their hands unless they think that the HOH is, obviously on the other side of what's going on. But some of the people that they're really looking at, like an Adrian, who, has some relationships in the house or whatever, nobody's going to be that upset if he goes home. It is still pretty early. He's not a heavy game player. It's not something that's going to really upset the house in a major way at this point. Like, things are still kind of safe in where Jimmy is going with things. I mean, he's kind of circling some replacement nominees that are also quite safe.
It's so annoying. Jimmy talked this big game leading into this HOH week. He's talked about wanting to go after big players, big physical bros, and it's just sort
Then
of
he's
like,
going to be like, maybe Will.
yeah.
Yeah. You're going to send out Team 50, the oldest guy in the house who, may have injured himself not too badly in that last, like, stop. This is the big threat.
Yeah, it's okay. So it seems like his idea here is that Amy will probably be the replacement nominee for Keanu, and then Will be the replacement nominee if Kelly wins her competition. And yeah, let's look at the whole board here to reinforce further everything you were saying, because okay, we have our beef hats on here. We will have some collective beef. We're gonna get one of those like 32-ounce porterhouses that they serve at the steakhouse for two people. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I like beef.
Who doesn't? Okay, Jimmy, you have nominated Keanu, Kelly, and Adrian first and foremost. You nominated the three most socially awkward people in the house, the island of misfit toys.
Yep.
Now you just want to nominate the two oldest people in the game.
Yeah, this is a wet fart.
Yeah, your game is not what you think it is, Jimmy. And, I'm sorry. You might still win the game. Anything is possible, but it's just like I have learned this week that you really don't practice what you preach.
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, if he wants to kind of play like this and be a little bit messy like this, he does like to have these big moments where he's practicing these speeches and whatever. He's not thinking about jury management at all. If he's got people where they're already feeling kind of like clowns and he doesn't get them out and they go to jury, he's lost their vote.
Yeah, and that's something that could easily come back to bite him later. And it's just, I don't know if he has the social willpower to turn things around if he makes people mad. So right now, though, who's the target's an interesting question, because you've already laid out the case here for Adrian, that he doesn't really have a lot of close associations. Like, I still love the dream that he could be like Ian Terry, who didn't really have a lot of close associations early on his season, ended up winning. But right now, it seems like he's telling some people he would like it to be Amy who goes. He's telling other people he would like it to be Will. So it's just kind of all over the place.
Amy's the right choice. I mean, she is really close with Rachel. She's closer with a lot of the women. Like, she's a vote for that side of the house. That's not great.
Yeah, this is the thing.
You got to break that up. That up.
I think you got to break that up. Personally, I'm fine if Amy goes at this point, just because I know some people online like her. I'm just starting to get a little bit irritated about her playing the song on the smallest violin when it comes to, oh, I'm close to Rachel. I'm being targeted all the time because of Rachel. Like, you chose to be close to Rachel for starters. You could do more to branch out your social circle. Also, I don't like the idea of, your beloved Will, who I also do very much like. I don't like the idea of him going out the game mostly just because Keanu is confused that he's being snowed over by Riley, of all people who flipped to the other side on this past vote. Like, Will voted with you, dude.
I know.
It's just, I don't want that to happen to Will, but like Keanu's already tried to hash some things out with Jimmy, which, because Keanu's never going to give up on this, despite the fact Jimmy will never probably work with him.
Yeah, probably. You never know. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Well, he's basically made this arrangement now that's like, all right, if Jimmy goes after Will, and that will make Keanu more likely to want to protect Jimmy if he does
Right.
win the next head of household.
Yeah, and I mean, he might be able to buy enough goodwill with that. And also, Jimmy strikes me as the type of person that would be like, everybody thinks that we have beef, but now we've made this deal. You've come through on your deal. You know what? Let's continue to make everybody think that we have beef so that we can kind of get to the end.
There is an MO for that. There is a reason to go along with that route.
And we've seen it.
Yeah, I think Jimmy just needs to actually listen a little bit more, because you annoying other people, Jimmy, you may not have not a lot of other options here soon.
No.
Kelly's also kind of done a similar thing with Jimmy to Keanu, where she's basically been like, I will not nominate you if you put up Amy, because, Kelly doesn't really get along with a lot of the women. I think Kelly is fine if Amy ends up going at this particular point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go back to Keanu, where facepalm. Keanu, we're still trying here, but why are you talking about wanting to backdoor Rachel? I don't even know if backdooring is possible. I don't know what the terminology is in like the BB blockbuster world, but he's already talking to Vince and Kelly about this doing something. It's like, why do you? Okay, regardless of whether or not you trust Rachel, like that's never gonna happen. But it's just like, she is a really big target. You're a really big target. Why are you going to make the target even bigger on yourself?
Yeah, he is such a big target. I'm not here advocating for keeping Rachel in the game as gameplay
Yeah.
for most of it. She is a winner, returning player. You don't want her to win again. You don't. If you take her to the end, she's won. It's just, it feels that it's going to go that way. But yeah, for him, it makes sense to keep her on because he is the number one target right
Yeah.
now. You need somebody who's a way bigger target than you right now. She's not the move.
Yeah, Keanu, right now, the way you're playing, your only strategy is going to be, I have to win a competition every week. And you didn't even win one this week.
Yeah, Keanu, you need to just stop talking right now. Just let this week play
Yes.
out. It hasn't even played out yet. We don't have all the nominees.
Yeah.
You have everything that's going to be Let's just relax.
Yeah, and this is where we have to give Vince, like, your people are really just doing so well in the game right now.
Vince is doing the most.
Vince is doing the most. See, it's like, I'm Team Ava, and all Ava's really getting credit for
I like her
online
too.
right now is like wearing really elaborate outfits, which is like good for you. I like your hats. But okay, so like right now we are in this spot where Vince, he's done a great job of just following that advice, just being quiet, not
Yep.
saying that much. People were mad at him in his first HOH cycle, but now other people are being annoyances, and that's the right way to go in this game.
Yeah, I mean, there was some people that were upset. Rachel was upset, but for the most part, he was able to get in and out of that HOH fairly well, still fairly well liked, and now he's playing it exactly as he should. He is building alliances with the people he vibes with, and that's the best way to win this game. You just
Yeah.
keep building those relationships. Don't talk to everybody, and like Keanu is, and building these huge alliances. He's doing everything right. He really is.
Yeah, he really totally is. I'm feeling very good about him. But now we get to go back to people being annoyed again, because
Okay.
that's what's more fun than that. Okay,
Yes.
Amy, super salty, doesn't want to be associated with Jimmy at all at this point.
Yep.
Which, you
I
are.
get it.
I get it. It's just like, once again, though, Amy, you complain a lot. I'm fine if you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, Will. This is a little bit emotional. It's just Will's aware he's in danger. He's aware Amy's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard watching him talk about the idea of just, he's older than everybody else. He's surrounded by young people. Casting, they always put like one or two or three people that are
know.
older. And it's really, really hard on them.
It's not even about like, can they win the competitions? It's
Yeah.
just, how do you connect with people who are so much younger?
Yeah.
And there are a group of people that are younger. Like the younger people are likely going to vibe with other people that are their age. As someone who's 50, trying to vibe with people who are 20, it's just kind of not working out for me. It's
Yeah.
very difficult. Like maybe as kind of like a mentor or something like that, maybe, but like I'm not out here trying to make relationships with people who are in their 20s. I'm in a completely different part of life than they're in. It's just kind of how it is, right? So
Yeah.
you only have a handful of people, like 3 people that are over 40. Will's in his 50s. How are you making those connections? What are you connecting with somebody who's 20? It happens every single season where the older people end up going out first because it's difficult to make those more emotional connections.
Yeah, and because they're so isolated, it's always hard for them to be thought of as like a really serious player.
And then it also is like sometimes online, people will be like, oh, why is this 50-year-old trying to like make a connection with Lauren, who's like a younger person, or a Morgan, or these young women? Oh, that's really creepy. There's nothing, he's in such a bad spot. Like,
He
there's
is.
only a certain amount of people he's going to be able to make a connection with without it looking like something online.
Yeah, and it's just so frustrating. It's like even the select few
Yeah.
older people who make it fairly far, they're always people, with the exception of Suri, because I think Suri's kind of in her
Right.
own
She
category, but
is.
it's like people
Legend.
like Angela, who's just causing chaos and nobody takes her seriously.
Right.
Felicia, who we love, but it was like Felicia always had a hard chance of winning. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel a lot for Will. I hope he makes it through this week. It
Mhm.
does not seem like it's anything consensus. Now, Rachel is actually ready for the push for Adrian to go versus Amy. Even if Jimmy is mad, Jimmy doesn't want Adrian to go, but she's just sort of like, you put him on the block, so it's your fault for putting him on the block. You named him as Pon Pons, go home.
Yeah, I just feel like Rachel needs to just wait until it's all played out. Who's actually going to end up, what's going to happen with Kelly in this second veto, and what could then happen, who else could end up being on there before you're going to start making a push for someone like Adrian. It's just like, okay, yeah, let's get rid of him. Pawns go home. Okay, well, why? What is it that he's doing in this game that he should go home over someone else like an Amy, who is in an alliance and doing the most and
Yeah.
upsetting people, and Adrian's over here not really doing anything? What's the actual argument? And that's why for me, I feel like Rachel just needs to wait just another day or two to see who's going to be sort of locked down before the BB blockbuster, and then start to kind of move things around.
Patience. Patience. It's a virtue in life. It's a virtue in Big Brother. Because
Adrian's a hard sell.
yeah, it's just going to be a very saddening week for me if Adrian ends up going. I'm just going to say that right now. But okay, we've talked enough now about how Jimmy has annoyed people. So let's move into how Ashley is annoying people.
Ashley is annoying me. The one main thing that has been just annoying me to no end, as you guys know in these videos, is her continued push of this Zach and Lauren showmance. Yes, Zach is interested in her. Lauren is not interested in a showmance. Leave it alone. Like, even after this whole truth or dare thing where she was pushing for them to kiss, and they were really not wanting to do that, and Ava had to be like, okay, we're just gonna let this be. This is like not working out. It's not okay. I thought that was going to be enough of sort of a social marker for Ashley to stop it. Like, this isn't going to happen. And the more you push it, the less it's going to happen. If you just leave it alone, maybe Zach might be able to try to come out a little bit more to see if there's something with Lauren. There isn't. She's already said no. But it's definitely not going to be something if you keep pushing it, because they know that showmances get targeted. Zach is fully self-aware to know that.
Yeah, and now she's adding on top of all this the fact that she knows that Morgan has a crush on Zach. So now it's a full-on love triangle. And I know Rachel's compared Big Brother to high school before, but this is really a high school thing to do, where you're just like going to other classmates at the locker and being like, did you know that this person liked this person? It's just
my
like,
goodness.
we're all over this at this point. But
I'm too old for this.
okay, I'm too old for this too. This is just the thing, is it's not just Ashley being annoying when it comes to that. It's just basic things around the house here, including, cooking for other people, cleaning for other people. Catherine's upset that Ashley eats everybody's food and doesn't really cook a lot. Morgan's upset that she doesn't really clean. And just like, since we've already done so many deep pulls in this video already, to bring back Chakasta from Big Brother 16, sometimes you don't want to just keep giving. Sometimes you want to receive. And that's the other house guest. It's like, Ashley, just do something for these other people. Be a good roommate. Like, help out a little bit more.
Or at least clean up after yourself. Nobody wants to clean up after
Yes.
another grown adult. Like, it's so inconsiderate. Nobody should have to clean up after you. If you are cooking just for yourself, whatever, it is the way it is. It'd be nice if it could all be a big family and you cook,
Yes.
offer other people. Sure, that's the polite thing to do. But if you don't want to do that and you're like, you know what, I just want to get in and out and have, my bowl of cereal. I'm going to leave out the milk. I'm going to leave out the cereal. I'm going to be really mad when I come in. I'm like, oh my God, I have to pick up your milk and cereal and put it away. Why? Are you 5? I feel like even, at 5, you can put away your own stuff. The blocks go into the trunk when you're done playing with them.
I think there are 5 people who everyone in this cast probably is okay for various reasons if they don't make jury at this point. It's like Ashley not being considerate of other people. Keanu annoying everybody. Jimmy annoying everybody pretty constantly. Riley not really competing, as you said earlier. And I don't know why he's even on the show at this point. And then you just have Kelly, who no one is understanding and is just strange.
Yeah, I really don't understand why Riley's on here, unless he's just on here for clicks and likes and Instagram. I mean, that could be. And I always feel like there's a balance of that. You're typically not going on TV, especially competition show, just because of the money. There is a couple people that might be like, yeah, I really need this money. But also, I might be able to move this into an Instagram following where maybe I can get some sponsorships or whatever. Instagram followers, Matt and Jess TV over on Instagram. If you want to follow us. I just kidding. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course, if you're on TV, you're there for some sort of bit of fame or some sort of influence or some sort of something. That's completely fine. But you also have to play the game.
Yeah.
And that's why people like Kelly are irritating me because, she's going to want to have some followers, but you also need to pretend that you care to play the game. Riley, same with you. Both of these people can go.
All right, finally here, we do have to welcome back a brief appearance from Big Brother 12, Rachel Riley. As she's talking to Morgan over the past 24 hours, she's worried about Lauren and Catherine because, in her words, they are hot 20-year-olds and the guys aren't going to want to put them up. Now, okay,
Oh my God.
Rachel, here's the thing. Like, this is very shades of floaters grab a life vest and then just yelling at Kristen for no real reason other than just you want Kristen out of the game. It's just, her wording on things is always bad, where it's just like, you could just say Lauren and Catherine are really big threats because they're very well connected. They have a lot of strong social connections. You don't have to say it's because they're hot 20-year-olds. It's just like, you could just say you're worried about them in the game.
Yeah, I understand that because young people on this game typically have showmances and then
Yes.
they don't want to get rid of the people that they're interested in because they want to spend the summer romancing or whatever that's going to be going on.
Yes.
I understand it, but it is such a cringy thing to be like, yeah, I want to get her out because she's pretty. It's just like, oh my goodness. Like, it's not this person's fault. You want to get someone out because of sort of a showman's thing. Why does it have to be the girls? What happened to this whole girls alliance, girls riding for girls? This just goes out the window so fast. And, why not then get rid of Riley? Get rid of Zach? Why does it have to be the women that have to go home? Get rid of the guys.
You really should get rid of Zach. Like, Zach is just like the most socially well-connected person in the house at this point.
Yeah, if you're going to get rid of, Lauren because, maybe, Zach won't get rid of her, then if she's gone, Morgan's also interested. So what if then you're what? You're then going to target Morgan? If you had just targeted Zach in the first place, it would have been okay. You shouldn't have to go home because you're attractive.
That is a really good place to end this edition of Big Brother 27 live feed spoilers. We're so glad you guys are here to talk about Big Brother with us, share your takes. We have a really, really fun time with all of this. But okay, Who do you think is going to go home this week? Who do you want to see go home this week? Because those are obviously two very different things.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Support us further by joining our Patreon. That link is in the description.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for your support, and we will see you here next time.